Hey, family. Uh, Feeling kind of under the weather a little bit, but I didn't want to miss this opportunity to kind of talk about the Kobe Bryant situation. Um, Unfortunately, we lost a legend in a helicopter crash, and not just him, but his daughter and the other seven passengers that were on there as well. So I want to take this time to talk about Kobe and the lessons we can learn from Kobe. The first thing we want to learn from Kobe is that his drive was unbelievable. That in everything that he did from high school all the way through his current after retirement, or I should say after basketball retirement life, he put everything into it. There was nothing that was going to stop him from being the best. He had it in his mind that there was nobody better than him. He saw other people's accolades. He didn't want to be like them. He wanted to be better than them. I think somebody had interviewed him not too long ago and said the one thing that he regretted was not being able to have six championships like Jordan did. That was the one thing that he regretted he wasn't able to do in his career. But once again, with that being said, look at the career that he had. Just the drive to become a five-time champion, to become league MVP, the All-Star games that he was in, scoring. I mean, the man was unbelievable on the court. But once again, he did that because he continued to challenge himself. It wasn't that anybody else challenged him. It was that he found the drive in himself to be that good. You always hear about the first one in, last one out as far as practice. That was him. I was listening to Jay Williams on ESPN, and he said he went to one of the games. It was his rookie season. He went into one of the gyms to practice. Kobe Bryant was in there. Jay Williams came in. He did his practicing, and then he left. When he left, Kobe Bryant was still in there. And Jay asked him after the game that they played, because Kobe still put in 110%, during that game. And Jay saw him afterwards and asked him, "How did you do that?" He said, "Well, I didn't want you to think that you were outworking me or that you could outwork me. So I practiced hard. I practiced before you. I practiced after you. And I played harder than you in the game." That's Kobe's mindset. So throughout his career, that's how he achieved his level of success, was through just continuous hard work and pushing himself. And then I want to shift to the after the NBA career Kobe Bryant. So then he focused all that energy and all that drive to his family. So then he focused on his daughters, his wife, his family, his extended family. He put basketball aside, completely put it aside as far as the NBA, and focused on his family. He got back into or going to NBA games because his daughter wanted to go. He stopped going. But because his daughter Gigi, the one unfortunately that passed with him in the helicopter crash, she wanted to go. So now he went as dad, not as Kobe Bryant, the superstar, but as Gigi's dad to show her the game. So his focus now went from his career to his family. And he put just as much into that as he did into the game. Yes, he had other entrepreneurships. He was really great in all the other things that he did as well. But once again, his true passion, and you saw it in his face, was his family. And what I want us to take away from Kobe Bryant's life are those two things, is that he had a drive that was unbelievable. Nobody could tell him he couldn't do something. So he pushed himself to do it. He didn't need anybody to tell him to do it or that he couldn't do it. He did it no matter what. And then I also want us to take into consideration the focus he had on his family. His family was his all in all. So I want us to think about the people that we have in our family, that not just in our homes, but our extended family. And I need us to focus on them. I need us to reach out. I need us to love on them, because Kobe Bryant, unfortunately, is the example that shows us that tomorrow is not promised. He was on his way to coach his girls' basketball game when the accident happened. That's tough, because he left his family, his wife and his other three girls, at the house expecting to see them later on that day. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen. So we need to make sure that we're good. all those family members that we have these little beefs with, these little spats, these little things that happened 10 years ago, and for some reason we can't get over it, we need to get over it. We need to reach out to our family and let people know that we love them. Because once they're gone, there's nothing that you can do. You don't have that opportunity anymore. And now you have to live with the fact that I had this bitterness with my family member and I can't be forgiven of that. I can't reconcile with them because they're no longer here. Let's squash this, people. All those things that we have, let's get over it. Let's get through it. Let's make our family important again. I did a blog not too long ago about this. But we just have to make sure that we're good with our family, because that's the only ones that we get. So once again, whether it's immediate family, whether it's extended family, whatever issues we have, put those things aside and let's come together in love. We don't want this to happen to us. We don't want today to be the last day. We don't want this to be our only opportunity. So let's love on each other. I love you all. Let's get busy. Ready, set, go. Rest in peace, Kobe, Gigi, and everybody else on the flight.